Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Hi, everybody, and welcome to our Big Brother 18 live feed spoiler show. Some quick things before we start. Everybody's like, hey, where have you been? Where are the shows on YouTube? Well, we're having computer problems, so hopefully this one is going to work. But you know how you can help us out? Becoming a patron over at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to patron-only shows once a week, the patron Facebook group, your questions asked reality stars. It really, really helps us fix our problems. Yes, you can also do a one-time donation over at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. If you want to see all of the shows back where we have guests on, they're at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB18. Want our spoilers? They're at BB18 Spoilers. yourrealityrecaps.com/BB18 Spoilers. It's where you can watch these shows back. Flashbacks times are at /BB18 Flashbacks, or you can follow at BB18 Feed updates on Twitter. And of course, if you don't have the feeds, get them from us at yourrealityrecaps.com/feeds. Oh my god, we made it through the intro without any robot voice. We are doing great. So, here is our standings at the moment. Victor is HOH, and he has put James and Natalie on the block. Sorry, it's all showmances now, and I got a little twisted. The POV is going down right now. Is it BB Comics? Is it a face morph? We do not know. But what I will say is, what do we all think about Natalie? That is the question that I posed on Twitter today with my Twitter DR. So I'm going to see what you all think, chat room, but I am going to run down again, super quickly, my thoughts on it. I was watching James on the feeds last night, James and Natalie talking, because basically our choices were listen to the upstairs crew clank dominoes around, and there is only so long I can listen to for 2 hours. You can't. So there was that. I was like, fine, I'll go downstairs and watch Natalie and James talk. Now, first point, with friends like James, who needs enemies? I mean, his best friend, who's running his Twitter account, James last night let us know is real into piss play. He apparently pisses on the floor and the walls and the toilet and the sink, and he just pisses everywhere. James hates it, or loves it, I'm not sure. But, whoa, what not a great thing to say about the person running your Twitter account. And then, some other stuff that I'm not gonna repeat because I don't want to spread anything. But just saying a lot of personal stuff about his friend, it just makes no sense to me at all. You're on the feeds, and he's running a Twitter account. I don't know why you would say such things about your good friend. Doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, or actually it does make sense to me. But then I listened to Natalie and James talking about veto. And here's the thing. Here's why I'm falling more into the fact that I think Natalie might be manipulating James a little bit. So this is kind of the way that it would go down. Natalie would go like this. James, if you didn't make me put up Corey and Victor and Paul, then, we wouldn't be in this situation, James. Anyway, I'm gonna use the veto on you if I win. Are you gonna use the veto on me, James? And then James would just be like, I don't know what he was saying. It was like mumbling something. And she was like, Jamesy, I don't want to be in the house without you, Jamesy. Jamesy, I don't want to be here without you. I don't want to be here without you, Jamesy. Anyway, I'm going to use the veto on you. Are you going to use it on me? P.S. It's your fault that we're both nominated. Who are you using the veto on? So, look. Is it Natalie playing the game? I guess is my first question. And I think it is Natalie playing the game. And look, great. See, here's the other thing. I think people are acting like I'm on James's side here, and I'm mad that Natalie's doing that. I'm not mad Natalie's doing it at all. Please get James the F out the house. Yay, team, get James out the house. I'm all for it. My question is, I'm just wondering, do we think her feelings are sincere, or has she been manipulating them the whole time? Because I saw a lot of people were saying to me, like, Natalie actually has real feelings for James, and he did have her put them up on the block, and it is his fault. I don't think that Natalie does anything that she doesn't want to do, personally. Lost and Can Cruise in the chat room says, personally, I feel it's 50-50. So if James gets the veto and takes down Nat, is James still on the block? CV Jules wants to know. If James gets veto and takes down Natalie, yes, he's still on the block. You didn't know that? It's season 18, CV Jules. I know you've been a fan for a long time. Did you fall down? Did you hit your head? Do you have amnesia? Did you forget the way Big Brother works? Are you in a tropical hurricane zone and a bamboo hit you in the head? Or a coconut? Which one is it, CV Jules? Manipulating the whole time. First it was Corey, then Victor, now James, says Tracy Lara. I don't know. It could just be like game. I mean, it could just be like, it could be both. I'm kind of leaning more towards it's both. Like, she does have feelings for James, but maybe her feelings she knows won't last outside of the house when they're on opposite sides of the country. He's not even going to try for the veto. He doesn't want to have to make that decision. You don't think he would, Dancing Amy? I think he would love it. I think James knows at this point he has no way to win the game. And we all know everything he does is to play to America and to try and win America's favorite player. So I kind of think what a great thing it would be for him to fall on the sword for Natalie on television. And now my washing machine is done with its wash. No, I did not pee in the yard this week. That's not why I'm doing laundry. Sorry, I'm singing my washing machine, so I'm waiting for it to finish. And now my song is done. Okay, don't vote for James, please. We are unendorsing James. You know how last year we voted for James? We're unendorsing James. We've unendorsed. No voting for James for America's favorite player. You are allowed to vote for Paul. You are allowed to vote for Victor. You are allowed to vote for Devon. You are allowed to vote for Tiffany. You are allowed to vote for Nicole. But I mean, Victor and Paul are the first two. Anyone but James. Haven't we seen last year's account handler lately? I don't know what that means. Oh yeah, and Glenn. Hooker Steven says, and Glenn. Of course, and Glenn. Paul all the way friendship. Correct. I would love to see Paul or Victor at this point win America's favorite player. However, I have a feeling they're going to be the top two, so they're not in the running. Paul is totes going to win America's favorite player. Not if he's not in the top two. Top two do not get to win America's favorite player. I want Corey gone. We all do. Chat room. We all do. Talking about the one who handled James' account last year, she was around the beginning of the season. Correct. I do miss her. Whitney. You can still follow her on Twitter. Oh gosh. At Whitney F. Mills, I think. Yeah, I miss Whitney. I do. I miss Whitney. I was already originally planning to vote for Natalie for America's Favorite Player, but I've been disappointed in her lately, says Lisa D. Ginger Snaps. I agree. Me too, Lisa. I'm not Lisa, the 80s artist. I just meant Lisa. I stuttered is what I'm saying. You still follow her. Right. Did we ever find out if there actually is an America's Favorite Player? Great question, BB Lava fan. No, they're not going to tell us into finale night. We might not even have one. Shoot me if it's horny in the final, says Abby Love. I'm gonna assume you meant Corey, not horny. But shoot me if people get horny in the finale as well. I'm sick of the showmances, and I don't want to see them anymore. I'm hoping Natalie wins veto. Me too. Me too. Honestly, me too. I would like to see what Natalie is going to do with it, because this is another one of those. Twitter seems to be very passionate right now. You are either team Natalie is going to use the veto on James and Natalie is a good person, or you are very team Natalie is the devil. And then there's like some of us that are like in the middle, and her winning this veto is going to force her hand and show all of us which team was right. Unfortunately, if she doesn't win veto, we'll never know. And I'll never believe what she says postseason. Unless she says I was never using it on him. What? Oh my god. And this just in, breaking news from earlier in the week. What is this year about Nicole thinks she's pregnant? Girl. You're not pregnant. Girl. Are you pregnant with a food baby? You're not pregnant with a real baby. I could see you being pregnant with a food baby, but not a real baby. Last time I checked, there's no sperm in here. Is there sperm in here? Nope, no sperm in here. No, I don't think she's having a real baby. You heard that rumor too. Nicole said she was 4 days late. Ooh. Well, you know, what can we do? I heard Nicole says, okay, yeah, we got it. We understand. I think we all are good on how babies are made and what happens in that process and things starting and stopping. Nicole is late and throwing up. Could be Corey or Victor's kid. First of all, Nicole is self-diagnosed post-traumatic stress disorder anxiety. She's probably just throwing up because she can't even believe that she's in the final six. She probably wakes up every morning and pukes and goes, oh god, I have such anxiety, I'm on Big Brother. So I don't know if we're going to count the puking, as a reason. Also, the food in that house does not look great. It looks like they bought it back in early June and they're just still putting it in there. I literally saw them do a basil delivery and the basil was like moldy. Like, who's eating that? Natalie or James to win, and then put Nicole on the block. I would love to see Nicole freak out. That was kind of going to be my next question. Do you guys think that Nicole will be the one to end up going on the block? Who does Victor put on the block? That's the question. If he was smart, he would put Nicole on the block. Why are you going to give her one more thing to... why are you going to give her one more selling point if she makes it to final two? I know I heard her say Corey a lot. I did hear Victor say he would put Corey up, but that is a dumb move. That is a dumb move. You're letting Nicole have another week getting closer to saying, I was never nominated. And that is a good selling point to the jury. He should just say to her, look, you know you're safe. We've proved our loyalty. Paul took one for the team last week. You need to take one for the team this week. It's only fair. You haven't been nominated yet. I wouldn't say to her, I don't want you to be able to say you've never been nominated if you make it to final two. RJ Mitchell says, no way he puts up Nicole. And probably you're correct because Victor has a crush on Nicole. Victor has a crush on Nicole. And I have to say, that takes Victor from like an 8-9 for me and drops him down to like a 6-7. I'm just saying, on a 1 to 10 scale. Like, you're super hot, but then I hear you're attracted to Nicole. You lose like at least 2 points for that. Yeah, no, not Victor. I agree, Victor does have a crush on Nicole. Forward Flow says Nicole and Corey had unprotected sex. I know. But we do comedic recaps, so it's not funny if I didn't get to do the finger thing. Shh. Only take like 2/3 of what I say seriously. Thanks for the bars, Just Angie. Thanks for the bars. Slim Pickens for Vic in the house. Yeah, it is Slim Pickens for him in the house. By the way, I will say this. BB18 flashbacks. If you guys go there, you can see all the times Nicole and Corey had whatever version of sex they were having. We have them all on our flashback times page. Do they have condoms in the storage room? Zach wants to know. Zach, get your mind out of the gutter. You shouldn't be concerned where condoms are located in the Big Brother house, in your own house, or anywhere. Don't get people pregnant, Zach. However, yes, they are in the storage room, along with dental dams and every other sexual product you could ever want in that house. I can't wait for the fall season of Big Brother. Neither can I. And I just posted the commercial. A lot of people haven't seen like the 2-minute commercial. It won't let me post it anywhere, so I put it on the website. So if you go to our website or go to our BB18 page, it's there. It's Big Brother over the top season details or whatever, and you can watch the commercial because they give you a lot of news in that commercial. Eric, what do you think of a house of over 30s or 40s? I would love it. It'll never happen. Love it. Never happen. Victor will 100% take Paul to the final 2. Do you think that Paul will take Victor? I 100% do think Paul will take Victor. 100%, I think each of them will take each other to the final 2. Do you think Pablo is on eBay yet? Pablo is not on eBay yet, but do you know that Pablo is en route to our house and he had babies? Pablo is en route right here, right now, and had 4 kids on the way. Oh, that's right. I have 5, count them 5 Pablos en route here that I will be having James sign finale, and will be giving them away to you guys, giving 1 away to everyone in the You Now chat room, and giving 3 of them away to patrons. I also got 2 Baldwins. What? Okay, now look. I got 2 Baldwins, but I got the finger puppet Baldwin. It's the real Baldwin. It looks exactly the same, but it's only like, it's 2/3 the size. It's what actual Baldwins were $35 each. I love you all. I can't $35 for a giveaway. I did, though, buy the smaller finger puppet ones, which still were $8 each. But I got 2 of those for Victor to sign to give away as well. So we're going to have a lot of really good giveaways at the end of the summer. I meant Victor. What did I say? I don't know what we're talking about. Someone on BB Gossip talked to some producer that said there will be a blackout during the fall season. Doot. This just in. I heard from my friend's sister's cousin, who's friends with people over at Big Brother group, that their daughter's friend was at school, and she heard that it's going to be All-Star season from her sister's mom's nephew. Lies. Liza Minnelli lies. Do you know what Michelle took from the house? Big Brother Paul wants to know. Now look, Big Brother Paul, if your name is gonna be Big Brother Paul, you should probably know these things. Like, you know what you should do about it? A poll. You should have a poll about what people think Michelle took from the house. What do I think she took from the house would be sweatshirts, sweatpants, skirts, Baldwin, Pablo. Hopefully she left her personality there. Hopefully the one thing Michelle left behind was her personality. Hopefully she finds a new one outside the house. That's what I'm hoping. Michelle took Paul. Oh, Natalie's makeup. Correct. Anything. She has a problem. She's a kleptomaniac. Yes, there will be blackouts when someone sings or BB gives instructions, not blackouts. Look, between you and me, guys, there's gonna be blackouts. There's no way. Now, there's no way they're not going to cut to fish. Of course they're going to cut to fish. We're not going to be allowed to hear when production talks to them. Production talks to them a ton during competitions. I would be floored if they let us hear. The only way I think they would let us hear when production talks to them is if they get some sort of a voice modulator and make it be like BB UK or the other foreign versions of Big Brother where there's like the voice modulator so that they can, so in other words, they can say whatever they want and it'll be that one sounding Siri robot voice. Then I could see them not cutting the feeds when production talks. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure that there's gonna be blackouts. Now, maybe not 2-day blackouts, but I'm sure there's gonna be blackouts. Klepto Meat says, XOXO Feedsters. XOXO Feedsters, are we excited for Trash Draft 2.0? Hashtag dumpster draft. Rather watch all the girls than Victor, Paul, and Paulie. I would like to watch Victor, Paul, and Paulie star in a porn where Paul exits the porn quickly. I would just like it to be Victor and Corey. What's dumpster draft? Well, you'll have to stay tuned. You'll have to follow at XOXO Feedsters on Twitter. You'll have to follow Dancing Amy on Twitter. And that's where you will find out the most up-to-date news on next season's draft. But I want to know, I don't, whoa, you proposed. What is that? Oh, that's a ring. Thank you. Thank you for proposing, Discover. Depends how much money you have in the bank, honestly. And you can buy me a computer. You need to woo me a little bit, is what I'm saying. I need to do better picks if we do this next trash draft. I need better picks. I mean, granted, I think we all were good picking Paul here. I think all of us who picked Paul made a good choice. Other than that, there is no one left from my draft. No one left from my draft. Just because out of principle, I refused to pick Nicole and James. I refused. Yeah, Jersey Girl says, I need to have Giselle not steal my draft picks. Seriously. Dumpster draft needs a form submission system, so there goes my Labor Day weekend. Oh, I hear you on that one. But yes, I am hoping that we do that. Well, not we, that you guys do something like that, because I know it'll make it easier for you if people can just input their own things. I don't know how to do that, though. Maybe Dancing Amy does. The real shocker of Trash Draft is going to be the people who picked Victor going far. It is. I can't wait. We need to have a trash draft reveal show or something. We need to have something where we talk about this season's trash draft. And if you don't know, yourrealityrecaps.com/draft game. Crap. I forget what it is. Is it BB18 draft? I think it's yourrealityrecaps.com/BB18 draft. Thanks, Ed Rizzo. Official, unofficial. Yourrealityrecaps.com/BB18 draft. There you go. You know how many things I have to remember? So I'm really excited for that. I still have Paul. I think we all only still have Paul left. Hi, I Heart Eric. Ooh, Screezy's doing good. She still has 3 people left. I'm so happy I picked Paul and Victor, and they ended up together. Me so smart, says Bruno's them. You are. Oh my god. You know that thing that I do where I say something and I said, like, I'm not going to say things anymore because every time I say something and then they don't happen and then I look stupid or I feel like I let everybody down. Ooh, I have another one of those that I'm going to do because I don't ever learn my lesson. We may have a special guest on tomorrow night or Monday night. That is all I can say. But I will also say it's the same special guest that was supposed to be on Wednesday of last week. So that's what I'm going to say. So they want it to be a secret surprise. So if you know who was supposed to be on Wednesday of last week, they might be on again either tomorrow or Monday. Oh crap, cat's out of the bag. It's Nick Uhas. It's never Nick Uhas, ever. No, not for the patron show. We also have our patron show at our regularly scheduled time tomorrow. We do. We do. I am like so I don't even want to show anybody. I like smashed my lower mouth today and like my gums are all bleeding. It's really disgusting. I was cleaning my shower door. or my husband beats me. Send help. No, I was cleaning my shower door and I was like kneeling and trying to like I did that thing that makes the water bead and you have to like buff it. And I like went to go and buff it while I was kneeling and I pushed the door forward and it flew back and smashed me. Like the handle hit me right in the mouth. Really hurt. Anyway, Eric, blink 3 times if you need help. Well, need help about what? I need a lot of help. I was cleaning my cold sore. Truth's out, I was cleaning my cold sore. Yeah, say yes if it's not Frank. Ooh, baby Orajel. I do have some Orajel, thanks to Jersey Girl. I think I will use that. Evict Nicole. You never know. Let me also say this, because again, I'm a horrible human being who never pays attention. Aura Jula Jose, thank you for being the number 1 fan. Lori, thank you for being the number 2 fan. Just Angie, number 3 fan. Forward Flow, number 4. And It's number 5. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, come watch our shows live at yourrealityrecaps.com/younow. Don't push Eric for clues. Yeah, don't. I'm not going to tell you. All of the house guests are playing in the POV right now. Correct. Feeds have been down for a while. Does anybody know what time they officially went down? I feel like I want to say it's probably been 4 hours now. I feel like. I think Victor and Paul will take Nat to the final 3 and drop Nicole. I agree. Right. Okay, so only 3 hours. 3 hours. 3 hours, 50 minutes. Oh, no. 3 hours. Right. Okay, that's not that bad. No problem, Powerwolf. So I don't know. I mean, BB Comics takes a long time. BB Comics definitely does take a long time to do. So if it's BB Comics, we could be in for another hour, 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours. Face Morph doesn't really take that long unless you have somebody that like breaks the platforms. Doesn't really take that long. Vanessa says, one of my favorite comps. Really? That's one of your favorite comps? The comic ones? I like it. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I like it. But then I feel like, don't they always give us like a notice for BB Comics? I feel like they always tell us ahead of time. We always like get the pictures of some of the comics early and stuff. So that's why I feel like it's not BB Comics. Face Morph usually isn't until midnight Eastern time. Is it? BB Comics took 7 hours. Yeah, it did. Says Meg Texas. Did Nicole do BB Comics on her season? Yes, she did. Audrey's comic was sweet. Yeah, I liked Audrey's comic. What else did we learn? I want to go back because I saw somebody ask earlier, did James say anything else last night, or was there anything else interesting from James and Natalie's conversation last night that you listened to? I wouldn't necessarily say interesting, but what I found funny from the conversation was James describing his room and his apartment. And literally, his room sounds like what like a teenage girl's room would be. He was literally like, so I have my wall, and on my wall, I have all the social media icons. So, like, I just have, like, this wall of, like, social media icons for, like, when I broadcast. And then I have my hashtag. And then Natalie was like, oh, my God, hashtags are really important. Is your hashtag Captain Camo? You know, you have to hashtag everything that you do. And I'm like, oh, put a bullet in my head already. And then he's like, and then I have, like, my shadow boxes. And my shadow boxes have all of my cool stuff in it from when I was in the Big Brother. I was like, oh my God. And Natalie's face when he's saying all this, she's just like, and he's like, and my roommate has his action figure collection. He has the whole action figure collection wall. And I was just like, oh, like Natalie and I are from New York. So let me just start right here. When you say phrases like action figure wall, Natalie in her head is like, how do I end this relationship? Thank God we're in 2 different states. Like, that whole conversation, she was probably just going, so, like, we'll hang out on finale weekend, and then I think I'll give it, like, a week, and then I'm going to call him and say this just isn't working out with your action figure wall. It didn't make any sense to me. Oh, my God. He's like, oh, my favorite is my camouflage sheet set. I gasped. P.S. I literally, when he said camouflage sheet set, first of all, I envisioned like 50 thread count, and I literally went like that. Like, oh my God. No. Mm-mm. Poor James. We need to have Jason come back and recap with us. Jason will be coming back. James is a 12-year-old trapped in a 12-year-old's body, but he's 32. Pretty much. You're wrong, Eric. Natalie likes James, whereas Corey is dropping Nicole after the finale. Okay, Kung Fu Woman, how much would you like to bet? $20? I'll bet $20 James and Natalie are not together 2 weeks after Natalie touches down in New York. 2 weeks after they officially are in their own states, I give it 2 weeks. And it's over. But see, here's the thing. I'll know that it's over, and I won't be able to tell all of you. Like, I knew Shelly and Corey were... Shelly and Corey. I knew Shelly and Clay were over on Halloween. And then I just had to sit there and act like I don't know anything. No, they're still... Whatever they're saying publicly is what it must be. So it's a horrible bet. I can't make that bet. Because then I'll know, but I won't be able to tell you that I know. 1 week and it's over. I agree. Is it bad if we put a poll up about how long we think their relationship will last? I mean, here's the thing. It's only going to take Natalie talking to other Big Brother people, dare I say Meg, and learning what James is like outside the house. That relationship's over. It's over. And let me let you know what people Natalie is surrounded with, working at Madison Square Garden and with charities and other things. Rich, hot people. She's surrounded by rich, hot people without children. Again, I don't know what the point of children are. So yeah, it's not happening. Meg won't ruin it for him. They have no relationship. Nat won't let him touch her. Exactly. When he wears his BB-17 America's Favorite Player t-shirt on their first real date, it will be over. Pretty much. Nat is Paulie waiting for her at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, probably. I think Praise Jesus is trying to get my attention. Who's Praise Jesus? Did you hear Rodney from Survivor is hosting a charity event in James's town in October? No, I did not hear that. Nat should do an ew segment with Jimmy Fallon. Yes, she should. New Year's Eve James. I don't know what New Year's Eve James means. Why are we saying New Year's Eve James? Eric, you are going to get a pizza soon. I don't know what that means. Why am I getting a pizza soon? Eric, someone is trying to tell you they sent a pizza. Well, nobody knows my address, so I don't know where you're sending pizzas. Bromance will last longer than any showman's bros before. Oh, I totally disagree with that. Praise. Oh, I found Praise Jesus Forever and it's question mark. And that's unhelpful. It's on your website. My P.O. box is on my website. You're correct. That's not my home address. Last New Year's Eve, James at Meg's mom and dad's house says Paisley Shelley. Okay, and what? What am I missing? Natalie could do better and Meg moving to LA. Hope she'll do a You Now with the twins, maybe. I think Meg will do a You Now with the twins. Saying you don't want to kiss on TV and I'm not into you. Yeah. I don't think she's into him. I do not think she's into him at all. Are we placing bets about Natalie and James? Yes, we will. Someone make a poll. Really, Eric? I always thought you lived in a little box at the post office. No, I'm sorry. To be serious, because I don't know what you guys are talking about pizzas, two things. Number one, I really, really appreciate it. That's really nice if anybody is doing that, but I don't ever want anybody to ever send me. You guys don't need to ever send me food or anything like that. I really appreciate it. That's a very nice offer. If you want to help support our shows, the best thing you can do is become a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. Or if you're like, I don't want to be a patron, you can just do a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. That will help us get a computer and fix all of our computer problems and yada. That's the best thing that you can do. I very much appreciate it if it's a real thing, but you don't need to send us pizzas. What do you think the veto is? I don't know. I want to say BB Comics or maybe some sort of a morphing competition, or it could be something completely new. Who even knows at this point? How will Corey leaving affect Nicole's game? I don't think Corey is leaving, but I think it would only make Nicole's game better. Bowl Arena. That's correct. Bowl Arena is correct. Not even Disney popcorn. Yes, you can send Disney popcorn to my... You are allowed to send any... I'll rephrase. You can send any non-perishable food to my P.O. box. Go ahead. Any non-perishable is fine. Lush is fun. You guys can send whatever you want to the P.O. Box. I'm just saying it's never going to be a situation where I'm giving out my address for people to send stuff to where I live. Sorry. It's 2016. What's your dream computer if I win the lottery? You win the lottery and then I'll fill you in. I don't think people want to hear me talk about my favorite computer. I want pizza. Well, I'm sure we probably know who's having a pizza party right now. Sure we know. Corey is the female Victoria. No reason to evict him yet. I wouldn't go that far. What do you think, chat room? Would you go that far? Would you say that Corey is Victoria? Now I'm interested on this one. Interested to see what you all are going to say on this. Okay, nope, says Della. Ed Rizzo, Greek Diva, Kelly Rice, Lori, RJ Mitchell, Tracy Laura, New Jersey Girl, Lost and Cruise, Dee I had Eric. Everyone says no except for Juju says yes. Wesley, no. Ed Rizzo says Corey 1 HOH and 2 POVs. Yeah, pretty much everyone says no except Discover. Oh, now I'm gonna have to side with Discover because we're engaged. So Discover engaged to me. So what I have learned from James is when you're in a relationship, what I learned from Natalie is when you're in a relationship, you have to do whatever the other person says. So the answer is yes, apparently. They are the same. I would have said yes before the last veto comp. Yeah. I'm just saying he's not worth evicting. I agree. He is not worth evicting. Corey knows he's on Big Brother. Victoria's still convinced she was on Bachelor and is waiting for her rose. And Victoria is another one. She didn't do anything postseason. She did our show. She did our show. I don't feel like she did a lot of other people's shows, and then she just disappeared. Eric, I'm going to sign up to compete in Big Brother. Awesome. Have fun with that. Let us know how it goes. P.S. You have to wait till next summer. It's over for the online edition. I would love to see Corey vote out Nicole. I don't think that would ever happen. Will you be interviewing James postseason? Now, Annie, come on, Annie. I know you have been in all of our shows lately. You know the answer to that. I'm like a broken record, but since we haven't been able to post a recorded show in a while, I will answer it again. Yes, I will have anyone on. I don't have them on because I want to be their best friends. I have them on so that you guys, or more specifically, the people that are their fans, have a chance to ask them whatever questions they want in as much time as we have with them and win some stuff from them. I don't have them on for me. I have them on for all of you. So if James wants to come on this show, 100%. Same thing with Nicole. Come on down. I will be super nice and friendly. They're not here for me. They're here to get answer of you guys to get answers and ask your questions. So anybody that wants to come on can come on. Will they? I have no idea. No idea. The chances of getting on BB are slightly better than winning Powerball. Good luck. I think it's a lot like Who You Know. Oh, do I gotta block somebody already? Okay. Oh, you just... Thank you. Thanks for joining. I like when people join just to, troll the chat room. It's my favorite. If Nick wins, do you think she will to press? Okay, first of all, Yoda, I don't know what you're saying. Do you think press she will button eviction? I don't know what you're saying. I'm going to need human words in English. Now, I'm probably not going to, like, you ruined your chance. As you know, the chat room goes way too fast. That was your chance, and you blew it. You have to un-Yoda for next time. Are you doing backyard interviews this year? Don't know. We will see. As soon as I know, I will let all of you know. No, Corey has won stuff. Right. Fun fact. All of Team Unicorn is either nominated or HOH that are still in the house. That is a fun fact. Like last season's BB Takeover. Get ready for a block party. Yep, pretty much. Yoda, you're crying. They are still playing Veto. Correct. They are still playing Veto. Where we are currently in the stats is Victor is HOH. James and Natalie have been nominated. We are waiting for the results of the POV on this live feed spoiler show. Do you have any idea when the cast reveal is for the online season? I do not have any official idea. If I were to guess, I would say we're probably about 2.5 weeks away. If I had a guess, I would go with 2.5 weeks away. Will there be any returning players on the online season? Nope, ESP is broken. My ESP is broken, and while I appreciate people wanting to send me pizzas, the one damn thing that I've been asking for a year is a Magic 8 Ball. Why do I not have a Don't anybody buy me a Magic 8 Ball, I'm kidding. But I want to get a Magic 8 Ball to answer such questions that I don't know the answer to. POV means something else in the adult film world. It does? Point of view? Pee-pee on vagina? Powerful over point of view. Yeah, point of view. I think it means that everywhere. It means that everywhere, just so you know. Not just the porn world. I'm sorry if I missed you addressing Meech's exit, but do you mind saying again what you thought about it? Thanks, and I love you. Well, first of all, if you love me, how much? How many dollars do you love me? What do I think of Meech's exit? I think Michelle is a very immature person who does not like herself and is a very immature person. Again, Wesley in the chat room has said it best. She is like an internet troll disguised as a house guest. It's what I think. It's just what I think. She lashes out at people. She is not able to take responsibility for anything that she does. If you try and communicate with her on anything, she lashes out. If she doesn't get her way, she throws a temper tantrum. She steals people's stuff. She acts entitled. She's just very immature to me, and I hope she gets out and gets some help. It was very entertaining. I have never taken that away from her, and Eric D, I like your name. As an Eric C, I appreciate you, Eric D, but I would like to say Eric C first and slightly better. Now, I'm not taking it away from Michelle. She has given us some amazing moments on an otherwise boring-ass season. She has given us great nomination speeches. She has given us great fights. She has given us some of the best moments of the season. I am not arguing with that one bit. But she also told live feeders to get Bridget fired from her job. She also has fat shamed people. She also has said a lot of horrible things about people, and I just don't enjoy the way that she acts. I honestly think it is because she is not okay with herself. So my hope is she comes out of the house, sees how she's acting, realizes not so great, and makes some changes. We can hope. Her answer to Jeff was, I was taking something close to Paul, says Coco Bay in the chat room. Right. Correct. Have you talked to Miss Cleo? He was on the show when Michelle was evicted. Yes, I have talked to Miss Cleo about it. I hope she'll change. I'm hoping she's just young. And I have to remind myself, we're dealing with, like, people that just became adults. Like, most of these people, like, turned 21 quite recently. These are not, like, fully developed human beings yet. These are still very immature people that we have now told, you are popular and on television. So we've took already young little monsters and then made them think that they are super crazy popular by putting them on a television show. So we times 10 their own egos. Maybe you've talked about this, but do you have a winning front runner, and who do you want to win? I think Paul and Victor are the front runners, and I would love Paul to win. Who do you think has the best chances of winning BB18 between Victor or Paul if they're in the final two together? I think Paul has the best chances of winning since he has never been evicted, and he is a very good talker. He knows how to give a speech. He knows how to persuade people. I think he can hands down beat anybody in the final two, including Victor. And they grew up with social media. Most of us didn't exactly. Most of these people haven't gone through anything in life. I completely agree. Paul over Victor for me as well. Right. Michelle eating the hanger was gross. Correct. Yeah. Are you planning to watch / cover Big Brother Over the Top? Yes, that is the plan. That's my plan. I will say this. There's no way we're not going to cover it. We're definitely, obviously, going to cover Big Brother Over the Top. Though the way and how frequently we're going to cover it might all change. It depends on how many... It depends on if we get a working computer, honestly. It is a miracle right now that this show is working. A lot of people know who have been the last 3 days trying to have us do a You Now show. They have not worked. I don't know what kind of miracle we have happening right now, but we're going with it. That's why we haven't posted any shows in a while. So we are working on that. That will determine what's going to happen with Big Brother Over the Top season. But of course, we'll always do something. Whether I have to just do shows on an iPad or... I don't know. You don't have to worry. We're going to cover it. It's just that how and frequency that will be affected. So become a patron at yourrealityrecaps.com/patron or make one-time donation on yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. Both of those will help us. You could help us out for free all last month, by the way. P.S. So if anybody's like, oh, money. Well, all last month you could have helped out for free. We could have had this computer already. Now you got to pay money. Now you gotta love me with money. Last month, you could have loved me for free. This month, you gotta love me for money. Sorry. I hope Nicole wins BB18. Oh. Blocked. When Paul and Victor get out of... I didn't block you. When Paul and Victor get out of the house, we won't recognize them when they shave. Totally. Sorry. I just went to that place where the shaved Victor with the short hair and I are married. Oh my God. And like, I cook the dinner and he cleans the table and he like sweeps the floor and like he's neurotic about having it clean. Like I'm neurotic, like having clean. I just love it. It's like my favorite place to go in my head. It's like when I have panic attacks or anxiety, I'm just like, oh. I'm there right now. People are mad at Paul on Twitter for saying the N-word on social media. Paul's been in the house, so I don't think he's saying the N-word on social media. Eric is blush. I am. No, it's 1,000 degrees. I am also, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 monitor. I have 8 monitors and lights happening. It's like I'm baking in an oven. And I forgot to put the air on before I sat down. So there's no air happening. It's like I'm baking. When people are like, oh, you have a nice tan. It's from the monitors. Anyway, I digress. Tawana wants to know, Eric, did you see Victor in that music video? He looks so good, you would die. I did. Paul posted a lyric with the N-word creative license. Oh, well then that makes a lot more sense. Thank you. Do you want to go turn the air on real quick? I do, but I don't have anybody to take over for me, so I can't. It's an LED tan, pretty much. I love Victor's family. They seem so great. I do too. I love Victor's family. And this I am not saying badly. I think they could make me some nice food. Like, I think they could make me some nice food. Like, I want them to cook for me, is what I'm saying. I would like a nice meal that they make me. Are you Tristan? Oh, I'm like, wait, what? Oh, Tristan. All these people, I don't understand. I don't understand these people. Like, they create their accounts and then come right to our room. We're very popular. Thank you. I'm hoping we get a bit of a better cast on Over the Top. Me too. Glenn, I'm wondering the same thing about the house. Is it Glenn? Is it Glenn? I missed it. The chat room is just too crazy for me. It's flying and then it's frozen. Like flies, then it freezes. No. Are they using the same house? Yes, they're using the same house. Eric, what music video? Google it. Victor, music video. You'll find it. You have a work computer and a separate one for you now shows. I normally have one computer that I do for everything and then a work laptop. I am now doing these shows from a work laptop because my actual computer that I use for everything is broken. James' worst nightmare might come true. He's getting evicted and Natalie wants to work with Victor. Is that James's worst nightmare? I don't think that's James' worst nightmare. Was season 1 a different house? It was different a little bit. I mean, they changed the house every single season. This isn't the first season you've watched, Wesley. Is it? You seem to know a ton about Big Brother for this to be the first season that you watched. So we get to see them move in. That's the part we always miss the first week. That's a great question, Tang Lang. That is a great question. I don't know the answer to that, but that's a great question. I wish we had a way to find that answer out. I would love to see the first week. I would assume yes. If we're calling it an online season where we can watch everything, why wouldn't we get to watch the first week? It's not like they need to make a TV show. James's worst nightmare is not winning America's Favorite Player. Exactly. Season 1 was a single story house. Right. But it's like the same place. They just expanded on the lot. They just raised it up a little. You know what they did? They raised the roof. They raised the roof is what they did after season 1. Vaseline on doorknobs. What? Who do you think will win America's Favorite Player? Paul. I need like an infographic. Like, here's the answer to the same 5 questions. Just put it up. Zoink. You can tell Nat is crushing on Vic way more than James. I don't think so. I think Natalie is crushing on winning the game. And if anyone in that house was smart, they would realize, grab onto Victor's coattails, because he'll drag you there. Just hide behind your meat shield. Victor can bring anybody to Final Two. Unfortunately, Paul was the only one that understood that. If Paul wins, then Victor... If Paul wins and Victor second, who wins America's favorite player? Nicole, Natalie. I think Natalie. Honestly, I think Natalie. Probably Natalie. And then maybe Nicole. It depends. Will you have any former house guests on the show soon? Yes, always, every week. James is dull and needs to get off my feeds, says Breeze Baby. It's not so unfortunate for Paul. No, it's not. Love Paul, hated him early on, never cared, but now love and friendship, says Little Big Red. I liked him all along. I liked Paul all along. Natalie needs to separate herself from James and needs to stop sleeping all the time. Look, I think if you guys are expecting anything to happen from here on out, it's not happening. James and Natalie understand their fate. I don't see them blowing up, causing problems. Whichever one of them is going to go is going to end up going now. The next one will probably go next week. I think it is going to get down to Final Four, and they're going to basically be civil to each other. We're dealing with the point now where it is jury. We know there's no more buybacks. It just is what it is. I don't think any of these people want to risk... none of these people want to risk the person going out mad at them and turning the jury against them. So I don't think we're getting any more fireworks. I don't think we're getting any more twists. I think it just is what it is. It's going to be more of the same of this into the end of the season, which is sad, honestly. I mean, each week just seems to get slower and slower and slower. Natalie is the same as Meg. Do your makeup and sleep, says David Thielen. Paul was my number one from the beginning. Sometimes he talks too much, but it is what it is. I hear you, wambulance. The house needs to be deep cleaned. Probably. Does Nicole have any jury votes? Well, let's look. Now, first of all, this is not the updated graphic. You can see the updated graphic over at yourrealityrecaps.com/BB18 spoilers. This is the one from last week. I forgot to update it on here. So, who do we think would vote for Nicole? Nobody. Oh, maybe Pauly. Maybe Pauly. Zakiya? No. I mean, Devon is not going to vote for Nicole, and Devon is not going to vote for James. I mean, it really matters on who Nicole is up against. Let's pretend it's Nicole and Corey. I'm going to pretend it's Nicole and Corey. I need to have someone for her to be in the final two again. So, if it's Nicole and Corey, I take it back. Then I think Devon will vote for Nicole. I think Pauly would vote for Nicole. I think Zakiya would vote for Nicole. I think Bridget would vote for Nicole. That would mean Natalie was in there. I think Natalie would vote for Nicole. I think Nicole wins. I think if a girl gets to the final two, she would win with this jury. I think all the girls would stick together to vote for a girl winner. I really do. And I don't think it matters if it's Nicole or Natalie. It could be dangerous going to the final two with a girl. And I would love a girl winner. I would even take Nicole. In order to have a girl winner of Big Brother for once, I would even take Nicole. But see, I say that, and then I really can't say that because it's not. Paul has done so much and Victor has done so much. I can't say that anymore. I was saying that in the beginning. I wouldn't mind even if it was Nicole, if it was a girl winner. But no, I wouldn't feel right about that considering everything Paul and Victor have done in this game. Nicole already has such a bad ego. We don't need her winning. I agree. Let the online version have a girl winner, probably. How will they get the house ready in 7 days? Who wants that job? And where are the house and why are the house guests so nasty? Cannot imagine the towels and clothes on the floor. Okay. Have you ever seen the show from the early 2000s that used to make me cry all the time, Extreme Home Makeover? They built an entire house in a week. They can change the bedspread and put in some new plates. I know that you guys are used to this show where it's just me hosting and producing and taking questions and having to do everything on my own. But let me let you in on a little secret. There's a staff of people over at Big Brother, and they can hire cleaning services and construction crews, and they can have everyone come and do that house in one day. That's if they were changing the house. They're not changing the house. The house is going to stay 95% the way that it is. They're going to zhuzh a few things. It's going to basically be the same exact house. Changing the decor is easy. It'll take 5 minutes. Who do you think would win against Paul and Vic? Nobody. Nobody, Ziggy. Nobody. I don't think anybody. I mean, if it were to happen right now, I don't think anybody could make a good enough case against Vic or Paul at all. But why so nasty? I don't know, Elizabeth. Don't know. Because they're nasty? Because they're used to their parents cleaning up after them? Don't know. I think Paul loses against Vic in Final 2. Vic is better liked, and Meech is going to make sure the jury knows about the C word comment. First of all, the jury is aware that Michelle is crazy. So I don't think anyone is going to put too much faith into what Michelle says, especially when the people come into jury after Michelle. So there's that. Number 2, I have a feeling Michelle is done with her temper tantrum, and like any child that lashes out in a fit of rage, now is feeling guilt and remorse, and is going to want to change how she is perceived when the cameras come rolling back around. So, I don't think that's going to happen. You can't have eviction without Victor or Paul. Paul went over Victor. Victor can make the argument. I am not saying Victor does not have an argument to make. We've discussed this on the other shows as well, but since we haven't been able to post them, I will say it again. Which you can watch them. We do them live every night. So make sure you follow me on Twitter at Reality Recaps, then you know when we go live and you wouldn't need to watch them on YouTube. Anyway. It depends what you value more. Do you value more the fact that Paul never got eliminated and was strategic and was able to escape the block without having to win all these competitions? Or do you value Victor more, who had to fight, win competitions, and could argue the point, I was just rolling with the season's twists. It's not my fault that this season's twists was a buyback. The other seasons, it was the twins, or it was teams, or it was coaches. I just won what the twist was. He could make the argument to the jury to not make it sound so negative, but it all depends what you as a juror value more. For me, I would vote Paul over Victor. It would kill me because I love Victor, but I agree. Paul did whatever he needed to do to not get evicted. So it's a tie and we're splitting hairs to see who am I going to give it to. I'm going to side with Paul based on the fact that he never made it out of the house. And you could choose Victor for whatever reason you want to choose Victor. Paul told Nicole off and on now he's working with her. Right. I mean, it makes sense. Victor is a very smart player as well. I think Baldwin wins for Victor and the Feedsters, says Crazy Chameleon. I'd love it. No, I want Paul to win. I think Victor's final speech will kill Paul's. Paul likes to play too much and it will lose effect. I completely disagree. Paul is very smart. He went to an Ivy League school. He is very educated and he is good at convincing people of things. He is real good when he wants to talk. So, and Paul will own it. Paul will completely own what he did this season to the final two. And that is something that I think a lot of players don't do and don't realize. A lot of players are still in game mode when they're answering the jury questions. When you're answering the jury questions, the game is over. You just need to own everything you did. And that doesn't mean that you have to be a dick. But you can just say, yes, I lied. I backstabbed you. I turned your best friend against you. Yes, Nicole, I gave Corey a blowjob in the storage room. It was to get me further, Nicole. And it worked. I'm sitting here. Like I was sitting on Corey's lap early. No. I'm just saying, you have to own it at that point, because if you don't, that's what makes a jury member not vote for you. 9 times out of 10, the most bitter, angry jury members will vote for you if you own your game and explain to them why you had to do it. If they even get a sniff that you're lying or you're still playing them, they will never, ever vote for you. And the game's over. Just be honest. You literally have nothing to lose with being honest when you are making those final 2 speeches. And all of that being said, Paul is the better speaker between Paul and Victor, and it is why I think Paul will win. I just do. But I'm thrilled either one. If Paul wins, if Victor wins, I'm thrilled. I'm not even upset if Paul comes in second. Even though I really want Paul to come in first, I'm not upset if Paul comes in second. And that's because I think he's fine with money in the real world. I always hate it when somebody that could really use the money, that played an amazing game, makes it to the top 3 and then goes out, God forbid, third is the worst, or even second. And then the person that wins didn't even really, that money's not going to be life-changing to the winner. I always like it when the money is life-changing to a winner. And so in other words, I feel better that I know if Paul wouldn't win, he's fine with money and it wouldn't really be life-changing for Paul. Victor, it would be life-changing for. And I think Victor would do a lot of good stuff for his family with it. Paulie's strategy also helped Victor stay longer. Very good point, Wambulance. And Paul is completely aware of that. I'm sure Paul will make that argument to a jury. I think James may have won the POV. Why do you think that? Oh, are the feeds back? Are the feeds back? If the feeds are back, we will wait till we know officially who won, and then we'll let you know, and we'll wrap this show up. No feeds. Okay. Why do you think Paul won then if there's no feeds? Twitter is saying Paul won? Twitter tries to sell me woman's sexual pills. So I'm just saying, Twitter don't really know much. Twitter says a lot of things, is my point. Unless you hear it from Hamster Watch or Jokers or BB18 feed updates, being us, or us, who else? You know, the regular people, Rob Sesternino. Unless you hear from those people specifically, I wouldn't believe it. I love those women's sexual. I know. I was trying to think of a good one, but I couldn't. Twitter accounts are based. Twitter accounts that are based off of the show are accurate. Okay, if you say so. Oh, you think it was Earth Dog? I would believe Earth Dog, but how would Earth Dog know that? I would believe what Earth Dog says, but I don't know how Earth Dog would know that. Twitter is going crazy right now over Paul. Twitter is going crazy. All right, let's check in with Twitter. Let's have a Twitter check-in, everyone. Let's see what all the hubbubaloo on Twitter is. Breaking Twitter news. All right, let's see who's saying what on Twitter. I would bring it up on the screen, but we have had such a perfect show, I'm afraid to mess it up at all. Okay. So much drama on Twitter tonight. Okay. How many BB fans want to do a meet and greet? What am I missing? Earth Dog was sarcastic. Now, that's what I was thinking. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing a thing on Twitter. So, if you are someone who believes what you read on Twitter, let me be the first to let you know that if you give gold bars or become a patron or make a one-time donation at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal, you will get all of the Twitter information regarding Big Brother all season long, and it will be completely accurate from us at BB18 Feed Updates. Just make a donation however you'd like to. It will be totally true and accurate. Because apparently you don't believe anything. Wondered why no one else said anything. Twitter tells me facts 100% of the time. I know. Leaving Paulie aside, do you think what killed Natalie was her making everything personal? Paul even tried using it to manipulate her. Do I think what killed Natalie's game was her making everything personal? No. What killed Natalie's game was being attached to that parasite, James, who kills anything good around it. That's where she went wrong. James. Natalie's HOH killed game. Right. I want to see Paul and Victor play in a future season. I definitely think that will happen. For saying the N-word. I don't know what we're talking about with the N-word again. Yes, James brought her down. 100% James brought her down. 1,000,000% James brought her down. I don't think James protected her at all. I think James made her a bigger target. I think he did. But James's gut, the accuracy of his read on the house. Now that's a joke, right? Take code 28 like you're joking. I'm going to go with you're joking. Because James hasn't been right. Okay, good. You're joking. Okay, good. Because James has not been right about one thing he has said in the past 2 weeks. He's like, it's double elimination. I'm sorry, that was too coherent. In double elimination. Guys, double elimination. It's definitely double elimination, guys. It's definitely double elimination. Nobody's coming back. There's no jury buyback. Jury buyback's not happening. Oh shit, it happened. Okay, anyway, it's double elimination now. Definitely double elimination. 100%. Wait, Julie wants to tell us something. Oh, it's not double elimination. Oh, okay. Well, I'm wrong again. Because I'm the worst at this game. This ain't his first rodeo. No, it's not. No, it's not. James Golden Boy, nope. His first rodeo, he got hit in the head by a bull. If noms stay the same, any chance Natalie goes and James stays? That's what Nicole and Corey want against Victor's wishes, and they're the deciding votes. Again, I don't think anybody does anything now going forward that would be considered a blindside into the final 3 or final 4. Nobody is going to make any huge moves these next 2 eliminations, meaning no one's going to blindside anybody. Nobody wants to send a pissed off juror into the jury. And I mean, they shouldn't be caring about that. I mean, very specifically, these people. Nicole is terrified to do anything. Natalie isn't going to want to do anything. I think Paul or Victor would, but I think they truly will be loyal to Nicole and Corey. I don't think anybody makes any big blindside, huge moves at all for these next 2 eliminations. Ed Rizzo says, Nicole wants Natalie out because she's a girl. Exactly. I wish I remember who posted it. Somebody posted a really funny picture, and it was Nicole looking at the fish tank, and it said something like, Nicole's plotting to evict the female fish from the tank. I thought it was very funny. I think Natalie will stay in bed all the time once James goes. No, she won't. She won't. Natalie's a social person. Natalie is a social person. I don't think she's rolling over and dying once James leaves. She would have rolled over and died now. I think she's just now knowing her best chance at this game is getting James to use the veto on her. So she's focusing all of her energy on passive-aggressively planting seeds for James to use that POV on her. I think that's where she's focusing her energy right now. And once this POV is over, depending on how it shakes out, I think we will see Natalie start to play a different game and separate from James unless he has the POV. Natalie is a fake drama queen. I don't think she's fake. I think she's playing the game. Natalie will be glued to Victor after James leaves. Correct. Which could cause some tension between Paul and Natalie, which is already there, honestly. I think she is actually sort of glad he's leaving. Of course she's glad she's leaving. I think she wants to completely detach from him. 100% she wants to completely detach from him. And, oh God, what else was I just going to say? Natalie James wants to detach from him. And, crap, I forgot. Natalie complains they're not talking, even though they are just chilling in the kitchen, and she's laying in the London room. Right. They're not playing game. They're not being strategic. They're not really making any moves right now, but you could argue she's making the best move that she can, which is trying to make sure that James uses that veto on her. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Natalie is the better person to get out this week. Natalie wins more things than James wins. Natalie is way more strategic than James is. And Natalie has the ability, more so than James, to persuade people as she's done in the past. It does make way more sense to get Natalie out over James. I want James out for personal reasons. I don't think that is what is best for any of their games. I think the better person for all of their games to get out, hands down, is Natalie. James is not going to be good in anything mental. Maybe not that Natalie's going to be that great in anything mental, but Natalie has proved she can do physical competitions, whereas James can't. Natalie is Victor's competition too. They're always tied in each other. That's exactly what I'm saying. It is the best move for everyone in that house to get out Natalie, and I don't know why Victor and Paul don't see that. I don't want to be redundant, but James does have that intuitive gut. So you're right. He does. Nicole told Corey yesterday to get out Natalie. Right. Well, God, why are you making me say such things? Nicole is actually talking smart strategy for once. Did not know Nicole was capable of talking smart strategy, but who knew? She is. I feel like this season would have been better without the feeds and if they just aired the show. But then I wouldn't have found reality recaps in you. Oh, well, thank you. Why is Natalie in the house? Well, a bunch of months ago, she put in a tape to be on the show, and then she started the casting process. Yada, yada, yada. She's on the show. You're welcome. Don't let anybody tell you there's no such thing as a stupid question. Only stupid people. Why can't Nicole get along with any females? Because she has anxiety and post-traumatic stress disorder, which clearly come from females. Do you think Corey and Nicole would vote Nat out and go against Vic and Paul? No, I do not think they would. Natalie was recruited. Well, sure. Nicori wants James to stay and go against Victor and Paul. Smart move. Very smart move. Unfortunately, I think James would go after Paul and Victor. I mean, James would go after Nicole and Corey. I don't think James would go after Victor and Paul. I honestly don't. I think James would think he has a better chance of going to Final 3 if he was on Victor and Paul's side. James said Paul and Nicole today. Paul and Nicole? Ooh, that's interesting. I don't think that would happen. Good. Keep James then. Good for my draft, and James can go after Nicole. Right. But people, the longer James and Nicole stay in this house, the better and better their chances are to make it to the final 2. And let's be real. I think CBS wants one of them two to win. So it gets scary the closer and closer they get to the end. That's why I want James gone this week. We need to remove him from the equation. He needs to be out of the equation. And then I don't think Nicole gets there at all. But if James and Nicole somehow magically team up, it's frightening. Why does James hate Paul so much? Nathan Preen wants to know. I'm very glad you asked. This is not something that I normally talk about on shows. This would be more of the stuff that I talk about on our patron shows, where we talk about stuff that I can't talk about publicly. So basically, the reason James hates Paul is because when James was growing up, Paul's family burned down their house. And James found out recently when he was cleaning out his closet and was going through old newspaper articles of his house being burned down, and he actually saw in the background Paul standing there going friendship with a torch that then in the next picture was throwing it through the window. So James has, like, the big twist of the season is James knows that Paul burned down his house when he was all, what do you think he's mad at Paul for? They're playing a game. I don't know why he could be mad at him. Maybe because they're playing a game for $500,000 where the point is to lie, manipulate, and screw the other people. Why is he mad at him? Because he picked a flower and didn't share it with them. Because he took his food. They're playing Big Brother. I mean, really, with the questions. I can't. Thank you for your question. I appreciate all questions, except stupid ones. Sorry, the longer it sits here, the hotter I get, and the more hungry I become. Who do you think will win America's Favorite Player if Paul or Victor can't? Natalie. I appreciate all the effort you put into your answers. Thank you, Kelly Rice. I bet you're hoping the feeds come back soon. More than you know, Bruno stuff. Could you imagine the size of James' head if he were to win? Look, here's what scares me, sweet Shelly. And hi. Les Moonves, the head of the network, has come out and said he loves James. He said James is his favorite Big Brother player ever. That scares the shit out of me. When the head of the network says they love you and that you're their favorite player ever, I don't know. If he magically wins, because look, I know I was fighting to the death over saying this season is not manipulated and is not rigged in any way. However, and yes, I'm being serious, he said it. However, Corey winning that care package? How? I don't see any Corey fans anywhere. And then again, people are going to make the argument it was Nicole fans. Well, if it was Nicole fans, why wouldn't they have given him the power that mattered the week before? It just seems sketchy to me that Corey won that America's Care package. So if he's winning an America's Care package out of the blue, who knows if James will win. And like, if he does, rigged and faked. Faked, rigged, bullshit. Because I'm sorry, there are no James fans. There are like 300 James fans on Twitter. I have scrolled through James's timeline that his friend is running. The most those tweets get are 300 likes or hearts. There's no massive James fan support, and everything that's coming out of the James Twitter account is not happening. So if he wins it, it is some sort of bullshit. Guess that's why you shouldn't have pissed off all your fans last season. All you had to do was not unfollow all of them, James. You just had to not unfollow them all and not be a dick, and you probably would have had the biggest chance to win America's Favorite Player 2 times in a row. But let this be a lesson, future Big Brother fans, players. I mean, if you come out of the house, don't be an asshole to your fans. They vote for shit, and when they support you, you should probably be nice to them. Unless you're me, and then you yell at them for asking questions. That's what I'm saying. James is going to win America's Favorite Player because of the network. He could. He could. We never know. Jersey Girl says Corey won. Corey won? Corey won because Victor Paul fans split the vote. Corey won because Victor Paul fans split the vote. But if Victor and Paul fans split the vote, we were allowed to vote for Victor. Even if, I don't know. I don't necessarily think it's because of a split vote. I hope hitting the thumbs up on this page helps a lot, because I keep hitting it, like a lot. Well, I will say this. Yes, giving thumbs up on our show definitely does help boost our ranking on You Now. If you want to help us raise levels or help us get more exposure on You Now and stuff like that, that is anything that involves bars. So like the sticker, the bars, or whatever. Thumbs up is great. You definitely have a lot of them. Use them. It's great. It helps us too. But really the only thing that helps us in a way that is leveling or whatever in You Now is bars or things that are bar related. I don't know what stickers are bar related. Can we just forget about the care package? It's irrelevant. No, we can't. As a matter of fact, Lou, I'm now going to talk about the care package for the next hour. We're going to start on the way the care package was wrapped. We're going to move to what the care package was wrapped up in. We're then going to talk how long it took Corey to open the care package and what other options of ways to wrap the care package we think it could be wrapped. P.S. Thanks, Little Big Red, for the bars. Then we're going to talk about what items could have been in the care package, what was in the care package versus what we wish was in the care package versus what each one of us individually would have wanted in said care package for Corey. Then when that's over, we're going to start all over again, and we're going to talk about now if we had to pick other stuff to be in the care package box and start again, and we can't use any of the stuff that we already said would be in the care package box, what would we pick? Then we're going to talk about the different ways to get it over the wall, whether we want to do it with a parachute or a drone, or we just want to throw it over the wall. Do we want to put it in some sort of a flotation device and try and aim for the pool so that it then becomes a flotating care package? Do we want to drop it from a helicopter? Do we want to, like, rappel it over the wall, like on a swing? Do we just want to shoot it out of some sort of rocket launcher? Buckle up, because it's happening for the next hour, thanks to you trying to tell me what we're allowed to talk about on our show. We'll talk about whatever we want to talk about. Hotter and hungrier as the show goes on. I heard it was Glenn throwing America's Care package over the wall. It very well may could have been. Baldwin will deliver the care packages from now on. Oh, did they get it back from Michelle? Speaking of the drone, let's talk about the drone from last Sunday. I don't know. Are we allowed? Are we allowed? We gotta check with everyone to find out if we're allowed to talk about that. What about it? We kind of did. We talked about it a lot already. I don't know what we don't know. There was a video that, was posted on YouTube. I feel like Giselle said it showed the person in it. I watched it. I didn't see any person in it. And I think they were just saying that it was trying to say, like, Joker's updates is #1, or James is the biggest pussy of the season. I don't know, really. Like, if you're going to do something, make it more obvious. Thanks, David Thielen, for the bars. Why are you wasting bars on me? Are those poison bars in Nemesis? Are those bars going to explode in 5 minutes? Are those bars slowly poisoning me? Did you figure out the way to hack bars? Thank you, David Thielen. I would want Corey to have a one-way ticket straight home, so he would have to leave right away. Well, that's not nice. Meech running for her life, thinking it was a dead body, was priceless. Oh, it was the best, Wesley. It was the best. Again, I will say, it's the kind of crazy that she is. That she actually thinks a drone could carry a dead body. That's the world Michelle lives in. And P.S., Michelle, if you weren't so mean to everybody all the time, and if you weren't so, dare I say, vindictive and manipulative and weren't the type of person that has done a lot of bad shit, it seems like, to people, both publicly and privately, you probably wouldn't be scared of shit all the time. Like, I just think you're scared of shit all the time because you know how much shit you put out there in the world. So if you just stopped doing all that, you would be probably a lot less scared. Just saying. I can't wait to see Meech on your show. I can. I'll do it. But I could wait. I saw a clip of Corey asking Nicole to move to Texas. Do you think Meech watches YRR? No, I don't. Eric, you're on a roll tonight. Thanks. I worry for Meech's mental health when she reads online comments. I do too. It's good they didn't nickname her Fat Mercy, since she can't stand fat people. That would be mad. That would be bad. That would be bad. Do you mean Fat Beth? Meech will be fine after her date with Ian after finale. I do think if Ian really takes Michelle under his wing, which I am hoping Ian actually does, I think that will be the best thing for Michelle. I think she will respect what Ian says. Maybe Ian can get her to reflect on things that she's done in this game. And maybe Ian, being a teacher, will be able to influence Michelle to get some help and make some positive changes. That is what I'm hoping. But Meech will have Ian holding her hand with all the mean comments. Well, and hopefully will help her through that in a positive way. Her sister did the most damage on social media. I agree. Do you think Natalie is screwed this week no matter what? No, I don't think she is. I think Victor, Paul, and Natalie will be fun on reality recaps. I can tell you Victor will 100% be on this show. Paul will 100% be on this show. It is why I have got things for them to sign to give away for you guys already. Thanks, Zoe Jill, for the bars. Thank you very much. That is why I've already got stuff for them to sign. I'm 99% sure Natalie will be on this show as well. She lives in New York. I'm sure I will see her all the time at things. So I'm sure there won't be any problem having Natalie come on either. Maybe Ian can keep her mouth full. Full with what? Kelly Rice. Either I have a dirty mind or I knew exactly what you were talking about. Do you even, notice the level of... Do you, notice, the glaze of dampness on me for how hot it is right now? I feel like I need a towelette to just dab the glistened sweat off of myself. I forgot how much I don't enjoy being in a blaze of monitors and lights. Redder than your shirt, pretty much. But definitely will want to be on, of course. You're glowing. Thank you. Eric, what gift card do you want? I don't want any gift cards, Zach. I want you to save your money for college and school. That's what you need to do, Zach. You need to save your money for yourself. Where's the AC? It's off. AC is off. And, you know, I should look. Is it on the iPad? It's on the iPad. Oh, love of God. Oh, I have to log in. Well, oh well. And it's not anymore. Because I don't know what the password is. I gotta change the passwords to everything, and now I don't remember them. Michelle told feeders to tell her sister not to steal her clothes, and the feeders did, and her sister went ballistic. The whole family's crazy. I don't like talking about families of people that play the game, but considering that those sisters interjected themselves into our lives, I'm gonna say they're fucking delusional. That whole family is batshit crazy. I think they all need mental help. I think it's why Michelle is fucking insane like she is, and I hope they all get help. I hope somehow Michelle parley-voos this into Dr. Phil's family therapy, and they kidnap all those people and put them into 24/7 rehabilitation, because each one is cuckoo worse than the next fucking one. Oh, my account was hacked. Oh no, it was actually me. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Just kidding. I have multiple personality disorder, but I'm 16 and running my sister's Twitter account who's on national television. Apparently, production can't even make me stop doing it because we're all fucking crazy. But please, let me have her on my show. My car sucks already. You people realize, like, it rains in my car, my seatbelts don't work, I don't have air condition, the rain literally comes in my car. When she slashes my tires, I'm screwed. Screwed. But I will have her on the show for all of you. I will do it. I'm fine being over here out of her beam of sight. Somehow we've avoided her. Probably because all of the fake accounts that I am sure I don't see Nicole liking. I don't see Nicole liking. I don't see Michelle liking a show like ours. So again, back to the point of, I feel like Michelle is an internet troll. I am sure several of her fake accounts I have blocked, which is probably why. She is not a fan of this show. So I'm good over here out of her line of sight. I will have her all on here for you. I will do it for the Michelle fans. And she's going to be aware of who I am. She's probably going to start ordering pizzas and trying to send it to my house. Slashing fucking tires. I'll do it for all of you. But when I am dead, you all need to take care of my husband. YourRealityRecaps.com/patron, or continue making one-time donations at YourRealityRecaps.com/PayPal, because he's going to need someone to take care of him when I'm murdered. I feel like she would like fist like my intestine. She'd be like, Eric intestine. Like she would just like murder me and then just start eating my body and like fisting it down her face. Like blood everywhere. I'm like, like she's that kind of crazy. Like, I'm legitimately scared of her, is what I'm saying. I'm legitimately scared of her. Told feedsters to get Bridget fired from her job. That's the and thought nothing of it. Didn't even care. Didn't even matter to her. Imagine if we all got her parents fired from their jobs. You think that might upset her? She had no problem telling people to get Bridget fired from her job and felt zero remorse. None. That's her fucking level of psychotic crazy. Really don't want it in my world. Then you pick the bits out of your mouth with the plastic clothes hanger toothpick. Exactly. I wish he had a little hanger prop. I could be like, wait, who am I? Oh, by the way. Oh, does this still have my blood on it? So, I forgot to show you this. So this is one of the giveaways that we have. I got Jose to sign his wrap for his Jose candle. And then we got some other Joses. Of course, girlfriend doesn't understand about signing inside the box, so these won't be framed. There's only so many times you can explain to someone that you need to sign inside the border. But whatever. Glenn understood. Glenn got it. So Glenn people will get them in a frame. Jose likes to be wild and free. As a matter of fact, don't even know if you noticed, but this wrap isn't going to be wrapped so great. Cocaine? Cocaine? Oh, cocaine. Cocaine. Oh my god. Sorry. I officially have 2 drawers of giveaway. I have 2 drawers and a cabinet of giveaways at this point. I really need to start giving away some of the giveaways. It just costs too much money in shipping. We'll do it one time at the end of the season, and we'll do a lot. Jose forfeit. I don't know what that means. Is the POV comp mental or physical? Well, you need to decide, peepee tie, what it is. Basically, they're doing a disgusting competition this time. So what they have to do is they have to weigh themselves. And they take their weight at the start of the POV. Then there's a buffet set up. And they have to eat as much as possible in this buffet. Now I know what you're thinking. And then they have to go weigh themselves, and the person who weighs the most at the end, that's the person that's going to win. No. They weigh their poop. Oh, that's right. Then there's toilet bowls where they have to publicly defecate. And whoever weighs the most wins the POV. So if that's mental or physical, that's what it is. Now, I'm just telling that to you. It would really help us out because we're not allowed to tweet it because we have the inside scoop. So could you please go put it on Twitter and let everyone know? Half of this chat room will believe you when they read it there. You're welcome. I remember them using Fitbits on Nicole's season. Did they? Oh, Lisa. That was good. That was your inside poop, not the inside scoop. That's a good point. Was your inside poop, scoop, poop? What? Giselle would win that because she's full of poop. Exactly. Oh, I would win that for sure. Sassy Osa. I mean, what can we... There's nothing more to talk about. Unless I'm just making stuff up at this point, we have nothing else to talk about. We are at this point just killing time until the POV comes back. And I will say, killing time for probably 10 more minutes. I don't know that anybody is going to sit through a 2-hour playback of this show. But we have talked you've missed nothing. I have literally told you every scenario that's going on in the house, everything that's happening in the house. I've now reverted to making up scenarios, stuff that's happening in the house. But I'll answer any questions you have in the chat room. They're hanging out in Uncle Austin's trailer. Correct. Is it possible Meech could win America's Favorite Player, third choice, after P and V win first and second? A lot of people like Meech's craziness. No. Not a chance. You're making stuff up. Michelle never tried to get Bridget fired. It was a 2-second comment from an hour-long conversation. A 2-second comment about getting Bridget fired from her job? Because that's all it takes. It's all it takes. Good enough for me. I like Coco's idea. Coffee/cricket talk with Eric. Well, maybe we'll do that after we end the show. Hey, just realized I know. Let's not jinx it. I don't know why. P.S. I did not change anything. I have no idea why we don't have robot voice. Everything I was doing today, was on my other computer. couldn't get it to work at all. I haven't even changed anything on the laptop what we're doing it on right now, and now this works, which was my second go-to yesterday that also had robot voice. I don't understand. I was fully prepared. I had my iPad right here. I never thought the show was going to work. So maybe you now fix something. I don't know. I did. I formatted my computer. Yeah. All right, let me do this because I feel like we're kind of getting to the part where now we're going to start talking about other stuff. I kind of feel like people that are going to watch the show back aren't going to care. So I will say this, you now chat room, don't go anywhere. If you want to hear us talk about other stuff, you should watch us do our shows then when we do them live over at yourrealityrecaps.com/younow. Of course, you can see all of our shows back with house guests at yourrealityrecaps.com/bb18, and you can see shows back that have spoilers at yourrealityrecaps.com/bb18 spoilers. Yes, you now chat room, I'm not going anywhere. We will do the after show now in the You Now chat room. I'm just ending it for the people that watch the playbacks. So lastly, if you want to help support our shows, check out yourrealityrecaps.com/patron. You get access to weekly shows just for patrons, the patron-only Facebook group, questions asked to reality stars, and it's a pretty awesome group. Or you can make a one-time payment over at yourrealityrecaps.com/PayPal. If you want to know when we do these shows live, make sure you follow me over on Twitter at Reality Recaps, and I will see you guys all tomorrow with a special guest or on Monday with a special guest. See you guys all later. Bye, everybody.